Having an orgasm just from the taste of the most delicious chocolate? Or how about an orgasm from the feeling of the sun on your skin? Or what about an orgasm from being tied, bound, and totally out of control?
Mm.
Lots of orgasmic possibilities. Hi, I'm Jaya.
And I'm Ian.
And we've been doing a 52-week sex life YouTube challenge makeover, helping you create more passion and hot sex in your love life, either with a partner or with yourself. And we are doing a series right now on orgasmic possibilities. But before we dive into today's topic, you really need to go and take our quiz to discover what your blueprint is. So if you have not done that, or you did not check out our previous videos on the erotic blueprint types, please check those out and come back with your information on what blueprint you are so that you understand what in the world we're talking about today.
So to do that, you're going to go to missjaya.com. You will see the quiz there, and you will find out what erotic blueprint you are.
Awesome. So let's start with the energetic. The energetic can access orgasms very easily when they're in their positive side from just thinking themselves there. And the orgasm they can access the most is something we call a kriya, which is where the body starts shaking or jerking. So it looks like this. Let me see if I can get myself there. So I just start with my breath, and I start by focusing my intention in my mind on my clitoris. I might even do like a couple little pelvic floor contractions. And there we go.
You can do this at home if you want.
You can try this at home. So I start having these twitches or jerks. There's a funny YouTube video somewhere on tantric twitchies that you can watch. I enjoy, but that's like what it is. It's like this twitch or this jerk, and it's very pleasurable for me. It moves through my whole body. I love it, and I can just do this by thinking myself there, by thinking about my genitals, thinking about something sexual can take me into that state.
So Jaya is an energetic, so she has a lot of easy access to the thing that she just described. I am a sensual. I'm a sensual kinky. For sensual, I can just really be taken by the taste of some delicious food. Like we have these friends, Jay and Joy.
I love this story.
Yeah, they're the Jing Slingers. And they make these amazing, all herbed up, sugar-free, gluten-free food and desserts. And they're always amazing. But one day, Jaya walks into my office with a plate, holding it kind of like a sacrifice to a god. And she says, "You have to try this." So I'm like, "I know, it's a J and Joy cake. It's going to be amazing." Well, I took a forkful of this. I put it in my mouth. And the creamy, delicious insanity of this thing took over my body. And I was like,
And I'm cracking up at him because he's having an orgasm over the chocolate cake. Only a sensual.
Yeah. Oh my God, it was so good.
It was good. It was good watching him. I bet you want a piece of that chocolate cake now. Yeah. The next one is the sexual. And the sexual's easiest access to orgasm is actually the climax. I talked about that in one of the other videos. The climax might be the clitoral sneeze or the quick ejaculation. And it's really that orgasm for release. It's just like, oh, release, relax. It's that quick journey to the orgasm. It's over. It's good. It's an at you. And
at you.
At you. At you. And so you are in that place, but if you want to really expand that orgasm, go more into what's orgasmically possible for the sexual, it might be something like female ejaculatory orgasm for the women, or multiple orgasms or non-ejaculatory orgasms for men. So we talk about some of those possibilities in the other videos. Next is the kinky. Now there are two types.
Yeah, I am a kinky, and there's two types of the kinky. There's the psychological and there's the physical. So for the psychological, that is a real mind game. A kinky can have an orgasm just by the power dominant submission game that goes on. And one story that illustrates this is a friend of ours did a kink session with someone. She was the submissive, and this guy bound her up, gagged her up, blindfolded her.
Lots of loud music.
And gave her the impression that he was leaving her alone in the room.
Which you never want to do. Never leave anybody alone when they're bound and gagged.
Exactly. So he gave her the impression that she was left alone. And then a long time later, he came back in and he
hours later.
And he slammed the door really hard. And she had so much tension and so much anticipation and so much of that loss of control that she just lost it and went into complete orgasmic state.
And that's without anyone touching.
Yes.
So that the psychology, just the brain, the B spot can send you there. Then on the physical, I have a friend, Mistress Ivy, who teaches a class called Spanking to Orgasm. So yes, it is possible to have orgasm just from spanking, especially if you know exactly how to do that. And there are people who also have orgasm from flogging or being whipped. Ian and I saw a class where a woman was being whipped and she was just having orgasms like crazy, both psychological and physical, because she was having the orgasms even before the whip actually touched her body.
Crazy.
So we've been talking about kind of intense things here. So not all orgasms are for everybody. You know, you may not want to have an orgasm from being whipped. That's on my no-way list. But I like the psychological aspect of it for sure. So you have to discover, you know, what are the things that you want to explore and go to it. Anybody can learn how to have these kinds of orgasms. Let's touch on the shapeshifter really quickly. So shapeshifter can have any kind of orgasm. More is better, whereas with an energetic, it's going to be less is better. With a shapeshifter, you could do all kinds of different things. So you might be touching with a feather over here and doing some energetic touch over here.
Feeding them some chocolate.
Giving them some smells. They can't get enough.
Good spank on the ass.
They might have an orgasm that's clitoral, then they want to have an orgasm that's somewhere else on their body, then they're having an orgasm just
psychological,
more and more and more and more and more and more and more.
And they're not exclusive to each other. So I'm often having an energetic sexual orgasm where I'm feeling that creative state and really connecting in with Jaiya, and I'm having an ejaculatory orgasm. So they're not mutually exclusive. They can often feed each other.
In our next video, we are going to talk about combination orgasms and the possibilities of combining these things. It really is limitless. I keep saying that. The possibilities are limitless, but they really, really are limitless.
So tell us how many limitless types of orgasms you've had by sharing in the comments.
What kind do you want to have?
And like us, subscribe, and go check out Miss Jaiya, that quiz we keep referring to. It's like the keys to the kingdom in terms of learning how you love to be pleased and how to turn on your lover beyond their wildest dreams.
Until next time,
fill your life with pleasure.